Good afternoon, great people, and welcome to Fist Pump Friday, Feel Good Friday, What It Do Friday, and also it is the very first Friday of 2024. So, how we doing, good people, and welcome to the show. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. I think we got a couple more days to we're going to keep saying Happy New Year to everybody, and after that, it's hands off. It's hands off. Then we've had enough time to get to the point to say Happy New Year. If you tune into the show, thank you so much. Hello, Facebook. Hello, X. Hello, YouTube. How we doing, good people? Thank you for all of you that have been communicating through social media, as well as email format and text messages. Thank you all for the happy holidays and happy new year. Thank you so much for that, sure. If you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you. And if you still have not reported to work yet until Monday, congratulations, way to utilize that time off. What's up, my brother from the state of Washington? How you doing? I know my brother Mike is feeling real good as you have something to be really, really excited about. You're playing for the national championship. You're playing for the national championship. That feels a different way when your team is in a position to win a national championship, a Super Bowl, an NBA championship, the World Series, a Stanley Cup. It's a different type of feeling than just being a fan. But when you actually have a team that's involved in something, it changes the whole narrative for sure. All right, good people, need some high fives in the building. Come on now, we can do it. Chest bump with me now. Come on. Oh, I want to feel it. Now let's hug it out. Let's hug it out together. Oh. There it is right there. I feel amazing today. Good night of sleep, healthy breakfast. Going to do our walk after the show today. So I'm feeling real good. Had a great walk yesterday. I had an hour walk yesterday. Now that's how you get it done. As I said, I didn't call it a resolution. I call it the Dre do list. We're doing this. We're walking every day, kids. Walking every day. Gotta get that walk in. Gotta wave at the neighbors. You get that walk, not the power walk, not the creepy walk, just the normal walk. Walking without a dog, walking with purpose. Walking with purpose goes a long way for sure. Let's get through our pillars of the day. We're gonna let it go. Ignore them. Okay? Give it time. Don't compete. Stay calm. It's on you. And laugh. Oh, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. In watching television yesterday, reading online reports, going through the everyday routine, then this morning I watched a documentary that blew my mind. The History Channel will have you looking at yourself as you're smoking weed like, what the? It's true. This what? It will have you looking out the window thinking people about to land out of the sky and pull some, what was that, Red Dawn on us. I watched the documentary on the Pentagon today. Whew. I had no idea. And about sinkholes in the United States. The reasons why they're happening at a rapid rate. I don't want to creep anybody out, but just if you ever get a chance to see those two, maybe if you've already seen them, and you're probably saying, Dre, you late. Hey, I've been there before. It's a whole lot of hip-hop artists I don't know, and my sons laugh at me all the time. I don't know who they are. If they're not in my everyday life, who cares? Who cares? Maybe we can shatter the record and do 10 million views in a day and a half. Wouldn't that be something else? You know how we could do that? We could talk about softball in the 90s. I'm going to start with that because we have so much going on this weekend. It's the final weekend, the regular season, football. For those of us who don't have teams that are going to the postseason, it's an emotional weekend. You will see people cry. People will cry. It was like when the Red Sox won that World Series and the Cubs won their World Series. You saw grown people, men and women, crying. No matter the age group, they were crying. It's a happy moment, but it's also a sad occasion. End of the season. No playoffs, no postseason. When you're still a fan and your team isn't in it, you can't say anything at no party. You're just supposed to sit there and be quiet. I can do that. I can do that. But being a part of a team, man, that means a lot. It builds character. It brings responsibility. Leadership skills are developed. The real phrase of teamwork is shown, but when you put it all together and everybody figures out their pieces of the puzzle and what to do, no finger pointing, no, it's his fault. He shouldn't have dropped that ball. Why'd you swing at that? There should be no talk back. It should be no negative energy in the dugout. It should just be let the naysayers judge us. But don't give them no reinforcement to use against you when you're forming that team sensation. But when you're a part of a team, it changes the whole mentality, whether in the workplace, when you have more than two people and you're doing things as a team and as a unit, it changes you, especially in the sports field, when you've actually won as a team. See, the MVP trophy right now in the Super Bowl, in the NFL, that's an okay trophy. There's something out there much better than winning MVP. MVP is an individual award that you achieve by playing with your team. But the Super Bowl, everybody involved with that motherfucker. You see, you feel me? Home with me now. Fly on home with me now. But being a part of a team, it kind of changes you so much. I think this year I've seen more severe injuries in sports on television live than I ever have before, And something pondered to me last week during that Dolphins game when Chubb got hurt, that I'm wondering, in such a case like that, is there a trauma therapist that comes out there as well with the team doctor and the cart? I'm talking about so severe, everybody's kneeling down. And they also telling you the story of the player. You know, he's worked so hard to get here. Can you imagine being a rookie in the league and shattering your entire leg in preseason or one of the first 3 games of the regular season? You done worked so hard to get here. Your background. Now, in the 70s and 80s, there was more poverty and murder. I think now there's more drugs and violence around most of the athletes that are coming in now. But I'm wondering, when that injury happens and those tears are shed and people are trying to cover up the player, is there a therapist there to calm them down before they go into shock? I've always wondered that, especially lately. I've wondered that for sure. For sure, I've definitely wondered that. I have. Hey, what's going on, young lady? Thanks for tuning in. If you look at some of these injuries, though, all we see is like a trainer, a doctor, a couple of coaches, and a player who's a security guard and maybe the driver and assistants to get him on the cart. But I'm wondering, is one of those people secretly as someone to talk them down that knows how to handle situations like that during a traumatic experience. What I mean by trauma is it's an uncomfortable feeling, but you're still trying to maintain being a competitor at the same time. I'm wondering that as well. I'm a huge fan of Hard Knocks since the very first episode they did with the Baltimore Football Ravens. It's more than an in-depth look to me. It's showing you a little bit of insight of the normalcy of these guys at work, getting ready to go to work, preparing to go to work. And if you are into the coaching side of it, it's really the way they talk, the communication, things you pay attention to in the game. If you ever get the chance in the NFL offseason and you have Max, they have every single Hard Knocks they've ever had on there. Well, they did a couple of months ago, they did, but I'm digging me some Hard Knocks. You watch the last episode, the Dolphins, of course, when Baltimore got up in there. Just pay attention to what Tyreek Hill said in the first quarter, and you see how the game ended. That's kind of up there how their coach is. The smartest person in the room would always get challenged. Be aware of that quiet voice. We're getting deep up in here. Huh? We're getting deep? Okay, keep it rolling now. Keep it rolling. They try to push these situational shows on us. I get it. It's 2024. You know, you have different variations of a family today. I get it. And then you have people trying to start a new family based on the past. John Cryer has a new show called Extended Family. There are only 2 episodes out. I can't do it another one. No. They had a divorce party, but they also have a contract. You can't buy anything bigger than the toaster without the approval of one of them and their ex. Okay? She's dating on the show the owner of the Boston Celtics, the owner of the Boston Celtics. But the portrayal that John Cryer is planning this show, I hope no man is doing this. I hope no person is in this position the way this man is fucking whining on this show. Just give it a try and let me know what you think. It is what I like to call Feel Good Friday. Raise the roof. Raise the roof. High five somebody in your office right now. Do a run and start high five, and then go around and hit that ass cheek and see what happens. See, if you get fired, I didn't tell you to do that. Okay. If you all turn around and point, hey, way to go, Todd and Jennifer, right there. I saw this story on the news yesterday that it blew my mind. As a user of CallaRide, the Metro made a story yesterday about advertising on the outside of the bus. In the Metro, they're going to stop it. So fares may increase. And they talked to some of the customers, the riders, the passengers that were waiting on the Metro or the Metro bus. One of the customers on there said, now I wish I could remember his name. He said they should not be concentrating or worried about no advertising. What about the safety? What about making sure these buses and metros show up on time? Tell me now. What about the safety and concern of the people? What about the cleanliness? What about security? Those should be the most important things that Metro concentrates on. Transportation is my thing. I've traveled many places and utilized their transportation. From the airport to the destination, I've used whatever it may be. Our airport and the signage to get to the Metro is horrible. Horrible. I'm hoping in the new design, there's more attention to detail to that. Okay. The Metro, the link, the robotic voice, horrible. You can't even hear it. The people that talk, they mumble rap. What are we going to do about that? That's what Metro should be concentrating on, for sure. Some damn advertising. You crazy? Got your damn mind? All right, it's Flashback Friday, Feel Good Friday. Any of you that played ball back in the day, let's say you're in your 50s, you have videotape, pictures, or do you have just trophies? How do you remember your days? You just have a think cap up here, or do you have clippings in your old photo album at your grandmama house or your mama house or your dad or grandpa house? Where are your memories at if you're over the age of 40 from playing sports? Where do you share your memories at? Keep me in mind. I tell you what, if you're a Seinfeld fan, watch any episode with George. Give me 5 episodes. I don't care what season. Watch 5 in a row. I bet George would make you feel better than what you ever did in life. He will give you confidence in ways you never thought. I don't care what sex you are, what gender. But George Costanza will give you some type of confidence. Just watch 5 episodes in a row and watch what George does for you. So this weekend, there's a lot going on. Final regular season game in the NFL. Final weekend. Implications of the playoff. The weather. 10 new quarterbacks are starting this weekend. Mm, mm, mm. So, the shit we say when we're gambling on sports to the TV, not out loud, to the TV. We're looking directly at the TV and we're letting our feelings go. This is definitely going to happen this weekend. We're going to see some good TikToks this weekend. We're sticking with the flashback. We're going to get into the show in a minute. Flashback Fridays came to true life to me the past couple of days, taking the trash out early in the morning, doing that early morning walk, the weather. And it got me thinking back to the days of getting ready to go to school. These kids today, the way they get to school is impressive. There's actually somebody in the house that wakes up and puts them in a heated car and drives them to school. There's some that get a bus to school. But back in the day, we walked to school. As a group, as a crew, as a family. And we waited on each other. We waited across the street. What Ty at? All right, okay, all right. What Tony at? Okay, let's go. What LePat at? All right, let's go. It was a group. We walked as a group. Well, your mama came outside and the rollers in her head, wig crooked, robe on, making sure you got down. You better walk your ass straight to that damn school. They don't do that anymore. I miss it. I don't think I ever got driven to school. When you got driven to school back in the day, it meant you were being returned to school because of what? Suspension. And you had to do what? Bring a parent with you. So I don't remember too many days getting a ride in a car to go to school in the morning. But I got plenty of rides to school, though. Plenty of rides. The YouTube guy tried to make it so big on the social media scene. This dude faked a plane crash. Where'd that get him? 5 felonies and 6 months in jail. All right. What's the longest you would try to accomplish a feat? What's the longest you would try something to? Let's say you're trying to beat a video game. How long would you play it in consecutive hours? I'm talking about grown people over the age of 30. How long would you give it a time? Can you really? It's that damn shooting game everybody play. Modern Warfare. Is there an end to that game? I never knew. I don't do shooting games at all. Never have. Is there an end to that game? Is there an end to that game? The guy from Barstool Sports played the video virtual reality golf game to get a hole-in-one. He thought it was going to take 3 hours. Took 37 hours. 37 hours. And wait till I tell you what's coming up Sundays. Single people, you might want to stay tuned for that. But we're going to take a short break, a word from our sponsors, and come right back with more Montez at Midday.
Mountain Man as smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on.
All right, good people, and we are back on this Feel Good Friday. First Fist Pump Friday of the new year. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Goes a long way. Again, thank you to the sponsors of the show. You guys are incredible. And it's that time. We're also telling you about finding a place to live. Check out Sonner Properties in South City. Check you. They got short-term housing for all my corporate people out there. Traveling. Gotcha. Locally owned and family owned. Check them out today for sure. And with all this stuff going on, you can't forget to head on over to one of my favorite places, in Collinsville. We call it what? The track. You can go over to the track and get it in. Get it in for sure. What up to my man Alex, and happy New Year to the folks over at the track. FanDuel got you covered in all aspects of sports. Check out the sports book over there. FanDuel for sure. All right, good people. Well, this is put up a shut up weekend. We done said all we had to say to each other since the month of August. Now here we are in January. Oh my. It was a cold and lustrous day. Oh my goodness. With the weather the way it's supposed to be, I want chaos this weekend. I want a chair to be thrown out of somebody's window because their team lost. I want a tie in a game to really make everybody just say, what does that mean? We don't know. But I tell you what, Saturday we're going to start this thing up. NFL Saturday, 2 great games. First leading off, we got Pittsburgh Steelers at the Ravens. Dre Montez would like to apologize to all Steeler Nation. No matter what I said all season, how did you get here? How did you win that game? Apologizing for setting the NFL back for 52 years. But in the end, you won games. You lost games. You played as a team. You understood each win and each loss, and you're still in this thing to win it. So to my dude, Herb Jones, Navy man, and Yo-Yo, Bulldog in the building. 2 biggest Steeler fans in the world. I would throw the man cave president in there, Jim, but he has 9,000 football teams. So that's what? Unfair to us. The Baltimore football Ravens. We know what they did last week. They just scored again. We know what they scored again. The Baltimore Ravens. We know they're going to take their foot off the gas. But I don't know. Because here's the scenario. If Baltimore wins, they're off for 3 weeks. And you know what people are going to say? They're going to do the same shit what happened in baseball playoffs. Well, the wild card team has the advantage because they don't have any time off. So I don't give a damn. These are the rules. These are the rules and regulations. Abide by them. Keep it moving. I got Baltimore winning this game. I like the way they handled the whole situation. I really do. Everything that's been going on with Axel Lamar Jackson, the play calling situation, the stepping up, the man up. They just can't have another game when they drop 6 passes in a game and 2 touchdowns. They cannot have that at all. There's no such thing as perfect football, but they have to be aware of the situation. Next up, we got Houston and Indy. I think this could be the game of the night. These two, can you imagine if Anthony Richardson wasn't hurt? 2 rookies batting it out. I still think this game going to give us what we want as football fans. The unbelievable, the improbable. Nobody thought these two would be in this situation. But it is that word division down there. And they do things different down there in what? The South, boy. They do it different down there in the South now. Yeah. Everything but Texas. Pete ain't even from Texas. Some bitch from North Carolina. It's another story. All right. I got Houston winning this. For one reason and one reason only. I want to see what that team is going to do now they knowing what they can do without what they need. On that needs and want board. That board going to get interesting as we get closer to what? The draft. Now, I'm not saying Houston's going to the Super Bowl or anything like that. And don't give me that. Anything is possible, Dre. Not that. Not that. Not that. Hold on. Got a phone call from the Cardinals. Yes. No, I'm not disappointed you booked a concert at Busch Stadium. I'm booked. You made a big deal about it. Make a big deal about signing a big-name player. Thank you. Bye. Susan, you got to do a better job of screening calls. Stop patching people through. I'm going to get a buzzer next year. Now, those are the 2 matchups on Saturday. We got Pittsburgh at the Ravens. Next up on Sunday. I'm sorry, first game on Saturday is Pittsburgh at the Ravens. Second is Houston at Indy. I got Baltimore and Houston in those first 2 games. But I kind of want to tie in the Houston Indy game, because that's going to fuck up the whole equation in the AFC. Yay! To start off Sunday, Cleveland and Cincinnati. This Joe Burrow thing is getting like what my man Boomer used to say on ESPN. Hey, ooh, yeah, ooh. I'm still sticking with Flacco for Fluco. I'm liking that. I'm liking it. If Cincinnati would have listened to who at the beginning of the year, Dre Montez, what did I say? Joe Burrow should sit to week 5, but what did he do? He went out there and played. Why did he do that? Because he signed that big contract. He wanted to prove everybody how tough he was. Give me Cleveland. Shout out to my homie D from D&D. Don't get butthurt. Next up, we got Minnesota at Detroit. The purple people eaters of America. My, oh my, quarterbacks do make a difference in this world, don't they? It's the difference between scratch and sniff. Detroit, I'm pulling for you. I'm pulling for Detroit to go more than a 1 win in the playoffs. Give me Detroit in this matchup. Next up, we got Jacksonville against Tennessee. Too much inconsistency on both of these teams this year. The high hopes for Jacksonville at the beginning of the year. They played 3 games this year out of this country. The first to ever do it wasn't 4. Either way, they left the country too many times. How we know they didn't switch players on us, huh? This was a tough one here. I'm going to toss it up. Give me Tennessee to win that one. Next up, we got the Jets. Jets. Taking on the Patriots. In the words of Man Cane member TJ. They hadn't won a Super Bowl since the dawn of the color TV, I do believe. It's a long damn time. Playoff victories come a dime in a century, and they are far and near in between for the New York Football Jets. It's not going to happen this year, as we both know. We know Belichick was released and told he was leaving in week 10. In week 10, he knew he was leaving at the end of the year. Give me the Patriots in this one. Next up, we got ATL at New Orleans. Sorry, Nolans. Who that? Nolans. Atlanta, they need to be reminded they're an NFL team sometimes. They do. Some weekends they're playing like they're in the NFL. Other weekends they're playing like they're in the G League of the NFL, even though they don't have a G League in the NFL. But it feels like that. Who that is a different team every 2 or 3 weeks. But that defense. Give me who that. Next up, we got Tampa Bay and Carolina. Oh, my God. I never forget the game in Tampa when Carolina went down there for a visit. And in the bathroom, the cheerleaders were going at it. And I'm not talking about a fight either. Hey, America. Give me Baker on Mayfield. Give me Tampa Bay in this one. Next up, we got Chicago at Green Bay. So at the beginning of the year, you thought Green Bay would be in this position even though Aaron left? Talk to me now. Talk to me. That's all Jordan Love wanted was Aaron to talk to him, but Aaron didn't talk to him. So you know what he did? He just sat back and took notes. You don't want to talk to me, motherfucker? I'm going to figure this shit out on my own. And then you got Chicago and Mr. Fields. This is going to be a video game here. In the style of quarterback play we're about to see in this matchup. Nobody saw these 2 teams in this pivotal situation in week 18 of the NFL. I'm going for something different. Give me Green Bay. I'm rooting for them. This game will have more hype in America to it. More hype in America. Denver at Vegas. Little backstory here. I'm a Bronco fan. And when I first moved in this neighborhood, I met a young gentleman by the name of Charlie, my man. He told me that he was a Rams, and we went at it like, but in a good way. In a good way. We talked smack, gave each other dab on the years and the players that we liked and appreciated. Fast forward. We made a couple of bets. You got to do this if you lose. You got to do this if you lose. You got to do this. So I had to call him Daddy. Then I had to purchase Raider paraphernalia And I am not allowed during football season to wear any sports paraphernalia gear other than the Raiders. So Sunday, here at Studio 70, Mission Control, Charlie, my man, and I will be watching the game on the 70, Denver against the Raiders. No matter what, I'm sticking to stand by my team. Denver, let's do this. Next up, we got Philly at the New York Football Giants. You went from 10-1 to your head coach under heavy scrutiny of being fired, your offensive coordinator, the play calling. A.J. Brown doesn't want to talk to nobody from Sunday to Wednesday. You refuse to run the ball. You know what it takes to win, but you don't want to do it. Come on now. You know what you need grease to make fried chicken. Come on, Cletus. Come on, and don't give me that. Well, you can use vegetable oil or you can use this. No. Come on, Philly. Don't go down like this, Philly. Don't go down like this. New York Football Giants, you're a different story. Saquon for what, Barkley? I would leave if I were you. Running backs get no respect. No respect. I'm reaching out on a limb here. I'm scared on this, but give me Philly. Fly, Eagles, fly. Shout out to Man Cave member June. That's his team. Next up, we got Seattle at the Arizona Football Cardinals. Arizona. I don't know about this team. What has happened in the past 2 years in the front office of Arizona, the things that were done, not done, things that were said, attention to detail. Kyler Murray should have went to Major League Baseball if I was him. I'm taking Seattle for this. I'm taking Seattle. Not that I give two shits. Next up, we got Kansas City at the LA Chargers. My, oh, my, oh, my. All the things the fortune cookie told us months ago, if they would only stay true and became true. I'm going to reach out on a limb on this one. I told you about the quarterback from the Chargers. I think his name is Stick. He was a 5th-round pick 5 years ago. A couple weeks ago, this young man played in a game. Seasoned vet. It was his first start. First start. Crazy. Injuries, but hey, guess what's coming next year, guys? Bill Belichick, check. Either he going to the Chargers or Harbaugh. But give me Kansas City to beat them. Come on now. Kansas City, they got to put their foot on the gas in everything in every which way possible. Next up, we have on the docket, we got the Rams at the 49ers. A couple weeks ago, I watched that Ram game, and I was impressed, to say the least, because I didn't think they had that in them. I didn't think they had that in them, but they did, and it blew my damn mind. It blew my damn mind on how the Rams were playing, to me, on how the Rams were playing. It was one of those things. I didn't see Matthew Stafford in the way that team played 4 weeks prior to play like that, but they did, and it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch. Do they still have that in them? I don't know. Like I thought Aaron Donald, since he got the money, and the conversations were going on what he's going to do next year, and all of that. Is he going to take the early retirement, which I thought he was going to do, retire, because he got the bag. What more does he need to prove? But not everybody wants to go home and be the husband, be the dad after playing football that many years. But we're going to see what these Rams can do. But they're playing against who? The 49ers. Too many moving parts. I mean, who you got? I mean, the communication has to be on every play when you play against the 49ers, because everybody is moving. Everybody is moving, but give me the 49ers in that one. Dallas at Washington. Dallas has the entire nation rooting for them to make it to the Super Bowl. You let Dallas tell it right now, they're already at the Super Bowl. They just waiting on the other team to get there. Cowboys better win this one. Give me Dallas. Buffalo and Miami. Furniture moving. Furniture moving on this game. But see, by the time these two play, they're going to know the situation that they're in. So I kind of wish all 4 of those games were going on at the same fucking time. After what I saw Miami do in the injuries they have sustained, and I think Waddle may still be out. The running back, I know he's leading the league in touchdowns, are tied with Lamar Action Jackson, but he's not 100% healthy based on Hard Knocks, but they don't tell the truth on TV, so why should we? This is a tough game, and I hope they go out there and give it their all. I'm rooting. Well, I would like to see Buffalo go. I really would. I would like to see them go. I would like to see Buffalo win, but it should be a good game. If Miami still had all their defensive pieces and their offensive weapons, it'd be one hell of a game. But oh well. Teams must prevail. Teams will prevail. At least the real ones will, allegedly, from what they told us. All right, those are the football games right there. I have Buffalo winning that one. So we got action-packed football. Final weekend of the NFL regular football season. Woo! I will be crying. Tears will be shed. I'm appreciative. Thank you to all the bars and restaurants that allow people to come in there and yell, be disrespectful, drop food, spill drinks, forget the tip, come back tip, make out in the bathroom, all the good shit that went along with football season. Now, also on Saturday, don't forget, we got college basketball, men's college basketball. These are a couple of games I'm going to pay attention to on Saturday in college basketball. I want to see Carolina. I haven't seen them play this year. I want to watch Carolina at Clemson. That should be a good one. Next up on the docket, I am a Kentucky Wildcat basketball fan. Go Cats. Go Cats. Go Cats. As we take on Florida, I know you're saying, Dre, but isn't that your football team? Stay out of this. Stay out of this. It's like when sisters and brothers fight. Go in the next room. We got this. Y'all go over there. I got Kentucky beating Florida, but I like the color coordination they're going to do tomorrow. It'll be a lot of fun. Next up, we got St. John's at Villanova. That's going to be a goodie, as they said. They're going to be a goodie. Then we got UGA at Mizzou. That'll be a good one. UGA at Mizzou should be a good one. And also we have St. Mary's at Loyola Marymount. Run up the score. Let's run this action-packed sports weekend. You got it all. You got it all. If you have an extra TV, don't forget women's college basketball is on Sunday as well. Well, boys and girls, children of all ages, don't forget you can listen to my latest episode of Who's to Blame the podcast, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast at today. You can do it all. You can do it for real, Daddy. They can do it, Daddy. Well, it's been fun. It's been real. Well, I got one more thing to say. One more thing. Yeah. We usually call Sunday Fun Day. But I did not know this until this morning. I was today years old when I found this out. I did not know the first Sunday in January is the biggest day for Tinder. It was up 22% last year on the exact date a year ago. The first Sunday in January, because you know why? The 14th is coming out. But it's the biggest, it's the biggest Tinder day this Sunday. Wow. Didn't know it. I guess you don't know stuff like that when you don't do what? Online dating. No. We old school. As a matter of fact, this is our last year doing what they call it, app pay. The Cash App, the PayPal, the Venmo. No. I'm going back old school next year. Next year, I'm only doing cash and checks only. If you don't have that, I can't do it no more. It's too much. It's too much to keep up with. I'm getting confused about it right now. It's like these streaming services with your TV. They got one more. You got one more string to give me. It would advertise. One more. What they ought to do, they ought to let you watch the entire NFL season in 30 minutes before the Super Bowl. Oh. Wouldn't it be beautiful? Remember how MLB showed us Field of Dreams before the All-Star game? Oh, my God. Well, kids, it's been fun. It's been real. And as I always say, have a fun-filled Friday. Don't forget to enjoy the rest of your day and appreciate the details of the day. Until next time, until Monday, where we're going to have a national championship football watch party. You may get sick of me on Monday. I got the show D&D. We got Montez at midday. I'm doing a wedding. I'm doing a pregame show on the college football show with ASAP Sports, All Plays, with my man Ray Cruz. And then we're doing the live championship watch party. So it's going to be an action-packed weekend for me. If I don't sleep on me. Until next time, peace and have a great weekend, guys. Happy New Year again, and we out.